This is Josh from CollectionDX.com here with another review. This time we are looking at the MITU Builder set designed by XIAOMI, which is a Chinese manufacturer. This is provided to you courtesy of GearBest.com. So if you are interested in one of these, you can check it out. This is a 978-piece robotic building kit. Essentially, it's programmable. It's Bluetooth controlled. Use an app, drive it around, and there are a bunch of different models that you can do with it. It's a very somewhat unassuming box. It's heavy, so there's clearly a lot of parts in it. I don't think I'm going to spend the entirety of this review doing the build. I'm just going to show you the sort of the results and talk about the build after I'm done. So let's dig into it and check it out. So at the heart of the toy is basically this controlling computer that has 4 ports on the back, as you can see. It has a microphone on the front and actually comes powered up already, but you would charge it with this power brick right here. It's pretty standard power brick, really nice looking. Everything is branded with the Totally Not a Dunny MITU logo, and you also have these 2 motors basically that will plug into various ports and provide the functions from the app, which connects via Bluetooth. So these have motors. And that's sort of the key to everything on this is these 2 motors. Ability to balance, to move, are all from signals sent over the air to this box. So this is going to take me a long time to put together. Just saying. Put aside an afternoon. So I started the build process in the afternoon and spent a few hours putting it together. It's generally easy to follow. It starts with the lower sections and then the upper section and then all the armaments. The instruction book has a lot of pages, but it is in English. I mean, it's in Chinese, but all the instructions are numbered and they show 2x to do things twice, etc. It assembles a lot like an advanced Lego kit, using a very similar pin and joint structure. But I finished it the second evening, and overall it was a pretty nice build. Wasn't too hard, wasn't too complicated, and the quality of everything was pretty good. And here's the first test run of me just powering it on without any kind of app control. And here is the completed MITU robot. It took me much too long to put this together. 2 days, but with breaks, that is. And it's a good looking robot. It's essentially a advanced Lego type construction with lots of little pins and girders. But if you can understand basic picture directions, you can understand how to build this. It has an opening cockpit here, which you could probably put a Lego-sized minifigure in there. None are included. It has rubber tires, and also it has this little stand that you can see here at the bottom that you build so when you're not using it, it can stand upright. And you can see the control cables, and the controller box is in there. And this is fully charged right now. It's supposed to hold the charge. You can run it for 12 hours on a charge. I haven't tested that yet, but we'll see. And the way we activate it is a little door that you end up creating when you build it. And you can see that little orange button in there. You go in and give it a push with your American fat fingers. And there it goes. It is self-balancing right now. There doesn't seem to appear to be any proximity sensors, but it does respond to falling over. That was a bit much. But it'll right itself after it falls. You can give it a little push, and it'll stay upright. To run this, you need the app. There is an app store. It's like a QR code you can scan that gets you this app. Once you get it, you need an account to access all the functions. The app is in English, which is good. We're worried about that. But from here, there's a few different modes, one of which is just a controller. So with the app, you can go forward and backwards. There is a firing mechanism. And that's just sort of an automated control system. And you can turn left or right. I don't know what some of these other things... Oh, a meter where you could use the tilt control on your phone to control the robot. I'm going sort of slow. Another thing I would recommend is keep the instruction manual close, because you will have to do repairs. It will bump into things if you're not a skilled driver. What else can I show you? Oh, those two barrels rotate. If you see them there, it works in gun mode. They turn a little bit. They don't fire anything. They just turn. And there's a big strut in the back that ties into the actuators on the back of the robot. Oh, backwards. Backwards. I'm going the wrong way. Alright. There you go. So you can see on the back the two motors. Basically at the bottom there are the motors that are controlled by a control box in the chest, and those long cables are what send the signal. And there's a series of gears that go down to those motors. It's kind of a weird way to put it, but I'm okay with it. I don't know a lot about engineering, so I don't know if that's the most efficient way or whatever. But essentially the heart here is that box and those two motors. Now there are a couple other modes I wanted to show you on the phone, or you can use your tablet, Android, or PC. You got route planning, which is basically draw a line and hit go. It follows that line. So if you want to make a circle, hit start. It follows your route. And thirdly, there is another mode called programming. So we go back to it. Now, basically, you can drag a series of commands and then run it, and it'll do whatever you want. Now, this is just gibberish. I don't know how to program it yet, but you can see here that they have if-then variables you can add in. You know, they have a loop so you can have it repeat. Math. Look at that shit. I don't even know what that is. It looks cool though, and you can do math with it. So it's a bit more advanced than I would do. You can save those routines. You can load new ones. Yeah, it's not for me. I'm not going to be programming anything. I'm just going to drive it around and be a cool robot. Oh, hit a wall. It was fun to build. This robot, this was a XIAOMI MITU robot, and it's available from gearbest.com. I liked it a lot. I had fun building it. I am not a talented Lego person. I don't do Lego builds a lot. This is not a Lego product, but is a very similar style of building. It's fun to muck around with. I would note that that's not... There were a few toys around at this time that featured this process, this gyroscopic balancing. The MIP is one of them. There's a few others that will do it as well. But I think this is the first one that I know that is sort of built into a building set. Now, there are also 3 other building sets, 3 other designs you can build with this set that you can get, I believe, on their website. They don't come included with the 100-page instruction booklet. Now that we've seen it in motion, I just wanted to show you a few things about the design. Alright, so the main method of locomotion here, the only method, is these 2 rubber tires that have a chain system. Now, see how loose that chain is? I don't know if that's by design or what. There are extra pieces. I couldn't, if I reduced a link on the chain, it's a plastic chain, if I reduced a link, it wouldn't touch, so I haven't had any issues with it falling off. It seems to be fine. It just seems a little loose to me. That's really all I got there. These I'm calling them actuators. I'm not too technical, but I'm assuming that's what they are. They also run the gear here, this gear shaft, which runs up to here, and then there's on a couple of U-joints, which run up here, and then it turns the guns. It probably wouldn't have been too hard to work in some kind of actual firing mechanism. This does not do that. Also, I want to show you the back of the controller box, if you can see it in there. There are 4 ports in there. So in theory, you probably could get additional controllers and add them in here. You can use one of these for charging. There's a cable with a power brick that you plug into the wall. But it still leaves another empty brick, another empty slot. So my guess is that if you are a sort of an advanced robotics person, there's probably a lot of capability in this sensing computer that I just have no idea what it does. But it's pretty fun. The thing is a hefty build. It's got a nice design. There are no stickers. It's about 900 and something, 980 parts. You do have there was a whole bunch of extra leftover bits, so like of the little pieces. So if you lose a nub or a connector, there were plenty of extras. There were no pieces missing. There were no pieces deformed. It was overall a very high quality product with a really cool looking design. That being said, I am not going to be building the other 2 designs just because of the amount of time that this one took me. Like I said, I did really enjoy the build, and I'm enjoying playing with this. And see, there's a little power button in there, and it's pretty much just good to go once you stand it up. And it'll just do this for quite some time if you want it to. So yeah, this is the XIAOMI MITU robot. Again, available at gearbest.com. Thank you again, GearBest, for sending over this sample, and we really appreciate it. This is Josh from CollectionDX.com. If you like these kind of reviews, be sure to subscribe. We will bring you more in the future. Why isn't it doing a thing? Uh-oh, one of my things came off.